I'm fine. Just need a moment's sunlight. Thank you for being there for me. And for urging me on despite around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly. Trouble to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Lvl97 commands. And everything's done and still intends to do. Now I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. Don't let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength. Strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. You and the others join us in a while. However we decide to proceed, I want you to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alcé I'll be alright? He's probably at Bayside Bevy. You're back. That I take to mean that Almaty is feeling better. She needs to be strong for the people of Tural, I understand, but she does not have to do it alone. She intends to fight, then we fight together. Said. Wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Clearly not a person, but it doesn't look like any automaton or magic weapon I've ever seen. Far and wide as we travel, though, perhaps we encountered something similar before. Mind taking a closer look, it may yield some clues to Zoralja's new powers. This where eyes or mouth might be, see a strange sigil in the front of the helm. In distance, it appears to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction is quite intricate. The arrow from Renda's mage is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than any. What do you think? While it resembles a person, its features make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all, any signs of a power source. Probably doesn't run on cerulean or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. I would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. Completely lifeless now, a far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than a metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this? Right, the glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. Well, the soldiers are a different color. The warships are the same black as the stone. Yeah. Everyone is here already.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoraljah manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
They emerged from the dome encasing Yassolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, We have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Has to be Thancred and Udianje.
Greetings, everyone.
Never mind. It's him. Of course.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
What does Eternal Wind always do?
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting. What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant, addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulul Jar Jar. Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
It led to another reflection.
Aw. What? You know.
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter. I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Gulul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
I love my echo kicking in.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Aristedia? South Sea Island?
7 hells! What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake? None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different. Hold on. Why would you...
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
Though it never opened again. Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact either.
I don't think it's our side.
As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was... The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
I think there's a Kryl in the source too.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliyollal. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory. On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit? You believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but it was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections, but what of my home? What's become of it?
Good job. This Enzo was on.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
As you know, our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zorolja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city. As such, I shall remain in Tuliyollal.
Smart choice.
Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
In that case, please let me come too.
Give Lvl a
I
gun.
have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
So formal.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
It seems our teams are assembled. A fine roster, I think.
Graha and Green Graha.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
What I have to do now. Where I heard set off. Before I do, I need to address my people. Peace we swore upon, swore to uphold us and shatter. They need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. I want to call assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them all will be well. As shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. Those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Here, join us. While you handle that, Lvl and I will see to provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Lance Guard announce the address. Must first know there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. You can see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy. Alice and I will split the rest of the city between us. my god. Looks so weird. Oops. I can't believe we were attacked. For mercy, my family was spared. I don't know what I would have done had they come to harm. I understand Lvl97 is going to make an address soon. I'll be there, of course. To be persuaded. Please leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Lil Jaja is slain. Lvl97 and Valkona still fight for our nation. For us. Very well. They would speak, but the least that I can do is listen. Trying to mount. Why are you cheerful? I'm checking everyone, are you? They say he's definitely seen better days. We can only spare so much time for mourning. I look to the future can we overcome the crisis, and we'll all need to do our part. No doubt Lvl97 and Valkona will share similar sentiments at their address. Not safe here anymore. It's not safe here, not anymore. Try to leave Tural, but where is there to go? Look at the well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but if you're nowhere in Tural is beyond the enemy's reach, one of the lands across the salt. No, I know. Even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Tural. This is my home, and I know the Dawn servants would give their lives to defend it. My faith in them and listen to what they have to say. Last person. Whatever falls to the enemy will happen to us, to our homes, our farm, everything we worked so hard to build. Lives and communities and histories, wars asked by these merciless villains. Her Val will come out and is planning to address the people. What's the point? Can she and her brother possibly have to say? The Dawn Service have a plan already. They lost so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. Standing around worrying about what's to come will change nothing. Be allowed to say I'm hopeful for the future. We'll hear what they intend to do. The wares are mostly intact. Good times for my clients. Oh, sorry, friend, but I have no time to spare. Val will come out and Val Corner will soon be giving a public address. Just taking inventory before then. In circus hours, it must be quite important. You want to be there as well. Can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. It would put my mind at ease to learn something, anything of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the winged wall. Thank you, I feel better already. And it's likely better since once I hear what the Oh, get a Medina at 96. I see. Looks like you brought quite a few people. Thank you. Alice had actually returned ahead of you, but upon hearing that you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. Apologies for involving you in all Torali affairs. Simply helping dear friends in need. Having traveled the lands of Toral, sharing the rich cultures of your people, I can see it no other way. What's more is Ralja and his army pose a threat not only to Toral, but to the star as a whole. I'm with you to protect what you hold dear. I don't expect you to have much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? Fine, thanks to a little encouragement for it. You don't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace in the nation and preserve our father's legacy. It begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. Need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Your father raised them well. Why was there just loud crafting noise?
Lamachi, are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zoralsha and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Dural's my home, and I'll do my part for it. Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we?
Oh my god.
Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliyollans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliyollal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
It's funny seeing the mess.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope. Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuliyollal.
Funny seeing the same model pasted and repeating in unison.
You are the beating heart of our nation. Each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyollal will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Listening to Wokamot and Kona, I was reminded of my time in the first. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of this Crystarium in like manner. Through their deeds, they answered me. Dawntrail too will rise to occasion. This I can tell. Well, the hour of departure is at hand. Those of us remaining here shall accompany me part of the way. I, for one, would like to see the dome firsthand. Set forth as soon as everyone is ready. We'll inform Wokamot that... Here you all are. Oh, lemon tea. We're just planning to call on you. Are you ready to leave? I am. Seeing the people come together as one, knowing they haven't given up hope, it was all the encouragement I could ask for. Right then, let's get going. We leave from the Tuliyollal Skygate. What's here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zeralja and secure peace for Tuliyollal. We're passing through Shaloni, where there have been reports of enemy movement, so stay sharp. Oh, Jesus. Lance guards had told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. Display as force like the vessels in Tuliyollal. Indeed. While they haven't taken aggressive acts, I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. Passing a few sentinels on the way to Shaloni Station, it's a perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Raika and I know a few locals who can help. Let's divide into two groups. Lvl, Alice, and Raika will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go and inspect the dome. Understood. Once everyone has finished, let's reconvene at Shaloni Station. Start with the Husatui, where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. You do. The Sheriff Kamaka should be able to tell us a few things. Oh, it's you two. And I'll be Vaklu Wuglamant as well. You're Sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes. The situation here in Husatwi. Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us a shock when they first appeared. They've just been flowing there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating to the extent that we can, but we spread things and haven't looked in on Wesley Springs yet. Apparently, mechanical sorters were seen in the vicinity. What? It is true that the people in there are in danger. What about the other townships as well? So you could head to the springs. I'll pay a visit to Milwatzon. Uncomfortably Ariel. See you all in a while. I'll clear this way. Mechanical sorters don't seem to be in the area, so we should talk to locals. Let's each make around and see what we can learn. Run through with a pole arm. Okay, Hakeem, as you can see, we're doing alright. Little ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. For surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt with all of them in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never had the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yasulani. I haven't heard from anyone there. I hope Namika is well. Stidian. Oh, you're the one who helped us the other day. Walika and the others are out investigating. They confirm that Nitowike is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. So those who are riding the train then are fine, but we don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yasulani. A mess. And just after we finished fixing the tracks. Heard about the spearmen as well. That couldn't be anyone else. Was this someone spreading more gossip around me? Ah. Look at how I say the town travels fast. Not to discount the help of my friend here, of course. We gave those machines a real beating. Thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? You're indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Golo Jaja is slain. I'm afraid so. Zoralja used some dirty trick to get the better of him. Make him pay for what he's done. Mark my words. We're going to help her, I assume. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I'll remain in Shaloni and keep an eye on things. It helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Hona. Hona? Brother? Wait a second. You're the vow of resolve? I am, and you're Zeko, right? I'll count on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaloni, after all. Raika can attest to that. Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloni in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away then. Stay safe out there and don't do anything reckless. Wasted words there. Just do what comes naturally. I know I was gonna say. Reckless. My middle name's Reckless. Right then, it's time we headed to the station and join the others. Ah. Let's see. Do this so quick. I can fly here. Get closer to flying. Wasn't kind of cute though. can't believe this expansion is Stormblood too. Thanks to Justinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaloni. The Tsar were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn of anything of note? Composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lighting energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. And how are we supposed to get inside? If Zoral and his enemy emerged from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It just happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Tuliyollal Railing, which operates the train between Shaloni and Yashilani. We went out to recover the train. We had ourselves a look at the dome through our telescope. Instead, we saw large fortress-like structures that looked like it straddled the dome's edge, telling us part of it is inside and part of it outside. Seems to be the case, yes. Well, we only observed from afar. The soldiers were coming and going from it. Far from that, I say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. As you expect, the area was heavily defended. It won't be easy to get near. You know about what became of the passengers who went to Yasalani? Wuklamot's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? Afraid not. Only those passengers who were headed back here are accounted for. Save for the fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yasalani. And when that big tremor struck, not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back. All I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Zoral wants me to prove that I'm Father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliyollal. Charging it head on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, keeping his eyes on me. Bold strategy. I like it. First, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching their base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses with a single decisive blow, and we have just that. If the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she'll carry, and send her hurtling at it to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? Just saying how relieved you were that the train's in one piece, and now you want to turn it into a bomb? Train's not important. Our dream was to have the railroads running from coast to coast, remember? These evaders have their way, and there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? Sacrifice we have to make. Good folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside that dome to put a stop to all this. So the least we can do is help them. Chief. Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fall, we'll always get back up. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train, so have faith and quit your complaining. What if we fall really, really hard. There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip. We'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. All right with that? No changing her mind, is there? Promise you'll be careful out there, honey. Aw. Seeing as I never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not. I'd be allowed to say the loss of train doesn't concern me. With good friends and my loving wife beside me, that's all I really need in the end. At least I'll go down the legendary train that saved her all. Bet it will, but first we got work to do so she'll look the part. I don't know much about Magistack. If there's anything I can do to help, need but say the word. Keep that in mind. When you're willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. Because we have a path forward, I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuliyollal and inform Kona of the situation. So return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate in the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. One mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Even only just having met them, I can see how important the trade is to Wobukla and the engineers. Can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. Plan is set, but Grahoti is not without reservations. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Zoraal will not strike Tuliyollal in retaliation? I considered the possibility. My brother told me to come and prove myself he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliyollal, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuliyollal in danger by not taking the fight to him. To indulge Zoraal, at least until Tuliyollal has shored up its defenses. Right, we'll charge from the front and keep his eyes on us, during which time Kona will find a way to fortify Tuliyollal. Believe this is the best course, then we shall trust you with your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. The work is getting away. We'll finish in no time at all. What can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. We happen to know a few who'd be willing to come help us complete modifications to the train. Of course, what kind of craftsmen did you have in mind? Let's see now. That's our greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard to fend them off, it'd be over in an instant if they managed to get just one good hit on the cerulean tanks. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so I have a mind to install grounding rods. We happen to know a carpenter who could handle that. With a fetish for formalities. traveling from Okanue. If they are willing, we'd be glad to have them. No objections for me. Just be sure not to forget their traditional greeting. Needing more just a carpenter if you want this done in a timely fashion. A lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task. The reward would be perfect. We'd be hard pressed to find folks stronger than the Yokui, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the Yokui? I'll be damned. Will not want for strength with help like that. Next, I like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry on its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels, and countermeasures to deal with them. True, I for one can't use magic, or I'm handy with firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? Tall ballistas on the train, big ones. Ballistas, eh? Maybe how it should be, they take too long to reload between shots. Some sort of ballista could reload quickly. That might work, but weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I can. Grah. Sarian employed etheric cannons for its defenses. I see no reason why the design cannot be adopted for your train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smith. That sounds like something Vondratain can help with. What are the materials we need? Rail can be fashioned from any metal so long as it's highly conductive to either. To power the cannon will require fire-aspected crystals of the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be as the miners over at the springs can help with that. We could leave the crystals and smiths in everyone's hands. I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure us the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shenza is in charge of our supplies. It might be good to talk to him about it first. Well, I think we're set for a plan. Thanks for this consultation. Now let's get this train dressed up, give her the proper farewell she deserves. And the plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help up from among our friends back in Dawntrail. Leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shenza over to the southeast. Enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons. Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. Not sure about the fire crystals, though. Maybe best if we spoke directly with the miner. Can I leave that to you? Great. Friends with Yate, aren't you? One of the best miners around. Anyone can get you the crystals you're after is her. Raika, what brings down these parts? I should do this on. Here's fire crystals, you say. I heard tell them about them before, but what was that about? I remember, cerebral animals. Find them in the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want the purest crystals, so you have to go after the oldest, toughest, and allest. Nothing you can't handle, right? See where I can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why Erenville thinks so highly of you.